morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining the bi-monthly HANA Customer Partnership Group call. This is Christina Osborne with the ISO Stakeholder Affairs Group. I'll be providing support for the meeting. And we also have Ong Wu, who is on the line listed as a panelist. He's going to be primarily presenting. First, he's going to start up by reviewing the follow-up items from the last HANA CPG, which was in mid-January. And then he'll provide an update on the HANA inquiries that have been submitted in through Citi. The presentation and Citi tracking sheet that we're going to cover today are out on the RC portal in the corresponding meeting folder. Those were posted right before this meeting. Just to let you know, we do have Rada Rustanovich and Shi-Young Chang, who are listed as panelists. They're available to help respond to questions. We are recording the meeting, and we will post the video file in that same folder along with the presentation and the tracking sheet. If you do need any technical assistance during this call, please send a chat to the event producer. So as you see on the agenda at the top, we have, we're going to take roll call. We're going to try something different. Normally we go down the list and we have people either to speak up or raise their hand. We're just going to, since we received an attendance report from the web conferencing vendor already, we're just going to have the folks who dialed in only to the meeting, just introduce yourselves. So if you just dialed in, you didn't log into WebEx, if you could just introduce yourself, so including your name and affiliation, I'll go ahead and log that, and we'll make sure that your company is checked off on the roll sheet. So if you just dialed into the meeting, go ahead and press #2 on your phone. And then Grace, let me know if anybody enters the queue.
We don't have anyone in the queue, but we only also have a single phone line on the phone-only line. I'll go ahead and unmute that line.
Okay. Yeah, just let us know, just your name and affiliation is all we need. If you can hear us. And you just want to make sure you unmute your device as well.
I'm not getting any response from that line, but it could be an attendee that dialed in separately but also did log in. Again, your line is unmuted. You can go ahead and speak. Yeah, thank you.
Great. Thanks, Grace. All right, we'll go ahead and start. So I'm just going to start with the follow-up items from the last meeting in January. And if the person is able to connect, then we'll go ahead and take their information then. But On, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining the call for today. So I just want to start it out with the follow-up items from the last meeting. If you guys remember last time, we took the comments and notes from the entities and then see what kind of stuff, they expect us to follow up and add on and stuff like that. So I will go through the list. Last time we have a question about the using the M limits in the RTCA. We are still working with the vendor to sort things out. So it is still in progress when it comes to the testing and finalize and putting in the production. Then we will give you guys heads up as well. So please wait and stay tuned for this enhancement. For the second item, being brought up was the SVG one-line legends for the switches, breakers, and the flow status with their color. So we added it in the HANA user guide with the reference information under the section 2, I believe. So please take a look at it. And then if you have any additional questions, comment, please be free to submit a CD ticket or shoot me an email. We will answer those questions. The next one is the HANA advanced training. That has been, we discussed internally, and we set up the 2 sessions. They are exactly the same coverage. The reason for 2 sessions is to make sure entities can sign up either one based on their schedules. So we already delivered the first one last week on the March 1st, and the second one is coming up today, later today. And as far as I understand, that session was pretty good, went well. So try to attend the second session if you missed the first one, and if you have any questions, comment, there will be the trainer and some real-time engineer and some NetApp engineers will be there to support the questions. So that's for the HANA advanced training. For the HANA based training, basic training, so we review the existing material being posted on the HANA CPG site, and then the videos and the materials are pretty good, and then they cover quite well all the basic functions of the HANA. So you can find them under the RCWorks portal. If you go to training and scroll down a little bit, you will see the real-time monitoring and the HANA section, and then you will see all the different materials, including the videos and whatnot. So we like to encourage entities to take a look at those materials and go over. And then if you have any specific questions related to those, any function or any session in those material, please let us know, submit a CD ticket, and then we will follow up on those, specific questions. So let me pause there and to see if there's any comments related to those follow-up items.
So you can raise your hand. There's a little hand icon on the top right of the chat window. Go ahead and click on that. And for the audio participant, if you have a question, you can press #2. Or you can send your question in the chat. Right on. I'm not seeing anybody in the queue or any chat questions. You want to go over the spreadsheet?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks.
Hold on 1 second. You see it okay, On?
Yep, I can see it. Thank you. So I query the existing CD tickets, and then I look through every one of them, and then all of them has the related nodes and the assigned people are working with the entities individually. Some of them, require the follow-up on the defects that we are working with the vendors, and then some of them need more investigation, so that then assigned NetApp or the real-time engineers are working with the entities individually and then following up on those. If there's any questions, comment related to it, please let me know and shoot me an email, and I will follow up as needed on the top of whatever the assigned person already doing.
All right. Any questions? Then press the click on the hand icon above the chat window. And Grace, since I'm not able to see the chat window, if you could just let me know if anybody enters the queue, that would be much appreciated.
Of course. We do have a question in queue from Alex.
Okay, hi, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. I had a question regarding the load scaling. So I do see one of the tickets regarding load scaling features in HANA. And I know that was a topic that was brought up for the class, but I didn't see it included in the class agenda, advanced training class agenda. Is that something that will be covered in the future in the training manual, or what are your thoughts there?
The load scaling function itself is currently right now. Shuan, you can correct me if I'm wrong. We do have the load scaling function, but depends on the usage and so on and so forth. So you are talking about the topic itself is covered in the advanced training, but you don't see that in the curriculum, the document. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I didn't see it in the agenda for the HANA advanced training, and I think I brought it up when we were discussing topics. And so I know that I've attempted to use the load scaling feature in HANA, but it didn't scale. So, it didn't scale the area that was I was expecting to scale. So I wasn't sure if that's like some sort of a software issue or it's like a vendor issue where it's not scaling properly. And so I just saw it here, and I wasn't sure if it's an issue with the load scaling function or if it's I'm not sure. So.
Hey, Alex, this is Xiang. So for the load scaling, currently we still have a kind of defect on this function. That is the function we can use in the HANA. However, the result is not work proper, like some of the scale, like in different gen or loads, they are not scaled as by the same percentage. This may happen during some cases. So we are still pursuing enhancement on this.
Thank you. Thank you for that feedback. Yeah, I would, like I said, I was able to manually, individually scale each station by station, but when it comes to overall area scaling, I wasn't able to function. But I appreciate the clarification. Thank you.
Yeah. So and this enhancement is within our scope of this year. So we will continually follow up and we'll update with our customer once we have a delivery. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Yuan.
All right. Any other questions? Grace, do you have anybody else in the queue? Not sure if you can hear me.
No one else in the queue.
Sorry about that. Okay. Did you have something to say?
Yeah, since Ella brought up one thing, there's another one that related to the HANA being used in the Chrome. So some of the issues, related to the Chrome browser using the HANA. So we will be, I think we mentioned it before, once we promoted the, or updated the web SDK to 3.6, those issues should go away. However, we are still in the, testing and making sure everything is working properly. So it is not in the production yet, the new web SDK for HANA. So once it's applied, those issues should go away. But we will let you guys know, when it's coming and then, putting into the production.
All right, any questions on that? Again, use the hand icon above the chat window to enter the queue. You see any chat questions, Grace, by chance?
No, there's no chat questions.
Do you have any other items you want to cover on the spreadsheet?
Not really. But however, I like to, do the same thing like last time. If there's any, comment or questions or the items that entities would like to, follow up or, perform from the RCWS for the HANA application. Like, last time we asked the questions and then, you guys mentioned these items that we would like to see, so on and so forth. So if there's any additional items that, you guys would like us to explore more and then work with you, please let me know. Not necessarily right now in this call, but if you can think of something else, then, feel free to shoot me an email or submit through the CD ticket. That is fine. So that then, we will follow up on them and then, discuss them in the next meeting.
Okay, let's just see if anybody has any questions or anything they want to bring up before we conclude today. right, I'm not seeing any. So just a reminder that the HANA CPG calls are held the second Tuesday of every 2 months, and so the next call will be on May 10th. But as Ong mentioned, if you do have any inquiries, you're welcome to submit those through Citi so that we can address those the next time. Ong, anything else before we conclude?
No, nothing. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Again, we did record the meeting today. Once we receive it from the vendor, we'll post it out on the RC portal in the HANA CPG meeting folder. So thank you again for participating in these customer partnership groups, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
That concludes our conference. Thank you for using Event Services. You may now disconnect.